Thank you for listening. My name is Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21. I'm a mixed martial arts journalist. I currently contribute to bjpen.com, Low Kick MMA, CageSidePress.com. You could find my work there as well as my YouTube channel at aka Strauss21. And of course, the Did You See That Shit Mixed Martial Arts podcast that you are listening to right now. Here is my latest interview. I hope you enjoy it. I want to welcome Valèrie Lètourneau to the show for the very first time. How's it going, Val?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, I appreciate you doing this. You have a big opportunity coming up here. You're headlining Bellator 213 December 15th in Hawaii. I'm assuming, it's not just a vacation for you. This is a business trip, right?
Definitely. Totally business.
Now, you're fighting Ilima-Lei Macfarlane. She's a very talented fighter. She's undefeated. But I'll be honest with you, Valèrie. I was looking through your guys' records, kind of comparing them. Not to take anything away whom she's fought, because she's fought some very, very high level opponents. But you fought really the who's who in women's MMA over these last few years. Do you feel like you have the advantage in your experience?
For sure. I don't think. If you look at my record and even the fight I went through, and some of these fights were split decision, really close fight against tough opponent. So I know I have this experience, and nobody can take that away from me. It's just this is what helps really with my confidence. I know what I've been through.
Yeah, you had a rough go in the UFC, but you've been here in Bellator for your last couple fights, and you've seemingly turned your career around. You're on a 2-fight winning streak, and here you are fighting for the title. Have you surprised yourself even a little bit at how quickly you've been able to get right back to the top of the game?
No, I'm not surprised. I knew with Bellator that it was going to be all in, all out. It was hard for me to be over 1 year without fighting by the time I got released by the UFC and negotiating with Bellator. And I was going there to just really test myself. I was coming off 3 losses, and a lot of people thought that I was done. I had a lot of respect for Kate Jackson when he gave me that opponent. I never saw her as an easy opponent. I saw most of her fight, and I know she was really good. And I was seeing this fight as it's going to be, either I'm going all in and it's going to put me right there close from a title shot, or I'm done. I'm done fighting. So beating Kate Jackson, and really was expecting to fight earlier. I was hoping to have another fight close, but waiting, and finally got to fight Christina Williams, which was a last-minute change of opponent. But I knew beating her was going to give me the title shot.
As you said, those are 2 very tough women that you fought. So hats off to you. What you've done here in Bellator in a short period of time is remarkable. You mentioned training. How has training been?
It's been good. I would say it's not my favorite camp. I've been forced to go back to things I haven't trained in a while. And everybody knows that I love stand-up. I love punching and kicking, and this camp has been different. I really had to go back to, I used to do a lot of jiu-jitsu. I had those years. I've been twice to Brazil. And, fighting for Christina Williams, my camp was all stand-up, really get my timing perfect for she's 100% striker. So I had to go back to my old roots and change training partners too, because I couldn't train with the same partners that I was training with Christina Williams. But I'm lucky that I'm with this team where we have so many options, so many girls, and I really think I got the best camp for this fight.
Did you bring any person in specific to help you train jiu-jitsu for this fight?
I have trained a lot with Jillian Robinson for this fight. I was used to train with her. I've been training with her before when I was going to fight Magna Rose. She was 6-0, all by submission on bar. And Jillian was not really known at that time, but she had a really good jiu-jitsu. So I could trust her for this camp, and she really pushed my limits. And we've been through, we've been over every uncomfortable zone. This is what I like to do in my camp. If I'm looking at a fight and I'm not sure about something, then I get myself into it until I feel great and I know how to defend it. So this is what we did at the beginning, and I'm finally feeling good and ready for this fight.
Now you have you fought all over the world. You are a veteran in every sense of the word. Obviously, you're going to be fighting in her backyard of Hawaii. Do you anticipate this fight being any different? Obviously, it's going to be in her, in her neck of the woods. But besides that, is it just business as usual for you, or do you anticipate a little bit more with the crowd?
I think the crowd. I'm expecting the crowd to be crazy. They didn't have any fight for a long time over there, and they seem to be a huge fan of Ilima. So I'm expecting the crowd to be all against me. And even during the week, I don't know how it's going to be. I have no clue how they are in Hawaii. Some places are, so fans and really protecting their athletes. So, I'm just going to do my little thing this week. And for me, I think it's my advantage to be able to only focus on the fight and no other distraction. It's not my country. It's not my place. It's not like I'm really going there for business and focus on the fight.
Yeah, that's a good point there. Well, I do appreciate your time. I thank you for doing this. I'd like to give you a few minutes here to shout out your coaches, sponsors, whatever you'd like. The floor is yours, Valèrie.
My sponsor, I want to thank ProSubs. I want to thank Core Medical Group, Oak Restaurant, Bar Downtown. I want to thank my gym, American Top Team, all my training partners and coaches, Hector Lombard, and what else? Of course, I'm going to forget someone. But thanks to all my people for their support.
Well, I appreciate your time. It's going to be a great night of fights, two night of fights, but Bellator 213 specifically, December 15th, Valèrie Lètourneau is going for the belt against Ilima-Lei Macfarlane. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, Valèrie.
Thank you.